Romans chapter 5 stands as a pivotal chapter in the book of Romans, acting as a bridge between the universality of sin and the need for redemption, and the practical implications of newfound grace. Paul, writing to the Roman Church, a blend of Jewish and Gentile believers, establishes a common ground. All have sinned and fallen short of God's glory. Building on this foundation, Romans 5 introduces us to the transformative power of Jesus Christ and the overwhelming grace we receive through his sacrifice. This chapter unpacks how God's love, demonstrated through Christ, brings peace, hope, and a new way of living. It's not just about escaping condemnation. It's about entering a vibrant relationship with God, characterized by confidence, joy, and unwavering assurance of his love. This chapter calls us to embrace the reality of our standing before God, not based on our merit, but on his unwavering grace. Romans chapter 5 begins by introducing the concept of peace with God. But this peace isn't achieved through our efforts. It's a gift freely given through faith in Jesus Christ. Therefore, since we have been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. Paul writes in Romans 5 verse 1, "This peace isn't merely the absence of conflict. It's the assurance that we are reconciled to God, no longer enemies, but beloved children." Paul emphasizes that this gift of grace is not something we've earned or deserved. This grace is not a one-time event, but a constant, overflowing reality in the life of a believer. Romans 5 verse 2 tells us that we have access by faith into this grace, implying an ongoing relationship where we continuously draw upon God's transformative power. Central to Romans chapter 5 is the concept of justification. This legal term, used in the Roman court system, carries profound spiritual significance. Justification means being declared righteous in God's sight, not based on our own merit, but on the perfect righteousness of Jesus Christ, credited to us through faith. This justification isn't something we achieve. It's a free gift received through faith. Romans 5 verse 1 states, "Therefore, since we have been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ." The implications of justification are far-reaching. We are no longer defined by our past mistakes or failures. This newfound freedom empowers us to live lives marked by boldness, confidence, and a deep sense of belonging in God's family. The transformative power of Romans chapter 5 extends far beyond theological concepts. It permeates our everyday lives. Understanding our justification by faith and the boundless grace we have received should radically impact how we live. It's not just about escaping hell. It's about experiencing heaven on earth, a life brimming with purpose, peace, and joy. When we grasp the depth of God's love for us, our hearts are filled with gratitude, compelling us to live lives that reflect his goodness. Romans chapter 5 verse 10 reminds us, "For if, while we were God's enemies, we were reconciled to him through the death of his Son, how much more, having been reconciled, shall we be saved through his life?" Living justified also empowers us to face life's challenges with hope and resilience. Knowing that God is for us, that he works all things together for our good, allows us to face trials with courage and even find meaning in our pain. Life is not without its share of trials and tribulations. Romans chapter 5 acknowledges this reality, but instead of offering empty platitudes, it presents a realistic, yet hope-filled perspective. We are reminded that suffering is not incompatible with God's love, but can actually be a catalyst for growth and deeper intimacy with Him. Romans chapter 5 verses 3-4 encourages us to rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. This isn't a call to embrace pain for pain's sake, but to recognize that within our struggles, God is at work, refining our faith and drawing us closer to Himself. This outpouring of love strengthens us, empowering us to face each new day with a confident assurance that we are not alone in our struggles. Romans chapter 5 is not just a beautiful theological treatise. It's a call to action, an invitation to live out the truths we have embraced. It challenges us to move beyond simply understanding grace and justification, to actively embodying these transformative realities in our daily lives. First and foremost, we are called to embrace our identity as those who are justified by faith. This means releasing the shackles of guilt and shame, knowing that we are fully accepted and loved by God, not because of anything we have done, but because of what Christ has already accomplished on our behalf. This newfound freedom should empower us to live with boldness, authenticity, and a deep sense of purpose. Secondly, we are called to be conduits of grace, extending the same love and forgiveness that we have received to those around us. As we begin to live out the truths of Romans chapter 5, we become living testaments to the transformative power of God's grace, bringing hope, healing, and reconciliation to a world desperately in need of His love. Please subscribe to our channel and visit our website for more content.